And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Solar Expanse in our Fission all the way run, where we're continuing to expand research. We got the rest of the tech tree queued up, so we're just going to try to blow through what's left in the tech tree before we give up on running Fission. At which point we'll just sort of move into terraforming. Although we are terraforming slowly in the background, working on fixing the radiation at Mercury. We're bringing nitrogen into Mars to terraform Mars. Which I suppose now that I'm looking at Mars, I've just realized something has completed. The water is mined. All the water is mined. And the carbon up here has been mined. So we disassemble you. Carbon can go away on Phobos. I might accelerate Phobos mining. Phobos is a fixed object. Can't move Phobos. Okay. Demos. Yeah, we might accelerate the silicon mining there. We got enough carbon for 90-something years there. And well, that is maybe... Although, that might actually be a problem with Phobos. Phobos is going to run out of water. I can bring some more in from Demos. That's what we'll do. So, Vestas, unless I've got the... Oh, the Prometheus is sitting at Phobos. So, you... Go Demos. Phobos over Demos. Prometheus. Go. You need 1 ton to get there. Good enough. Then, not the Earth, Phobos. Or, actually, in this case, Demos. Demos to Phobos. Prometheus. Add. Water. 1 load. To bring to Phobos. So Phobos has some water. Go. Okay, so I'll sort you, and then of course we can disassemble the water ice extractors on Mars. I just need to now go forward, not crash water asteroids into Mars. Because otherwise, because what I'm about to do is I'm actually going to release a bunch of water on Mars. 35.8 kilotons of metal have been recovered. And yeah, I think it is time to turn around and release a ton of water. We need 9.6 megatons of water, so we haven't brought enough water. But we have water. We have a lot of water that we can release. What's our ETA on running out of it? So I want to release enough that I've still got like 100, 200 years left. Let's summon my calculator and we can do some math. So right now it's predicting, we'll say 25,000 years. I want, obviously, 200 years left. So I can release 92% of the water. So I can release 1.8 megatons of water from our reserves here and still have plenty of water. So let's do that. So replace the 9 with an 8. Replace the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits with zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits with zeros. Release. It's going to take some while for that to be considered released. Oh, we need to warm Mars up. I've released a bunch of water that immediately froze. Great job. Okay, so what was Demos? Okay, so we've got the moons here. Should be balanced for a while. So you've got 27 years to work through 47 years of carbon or of silicon. You've got 88 years to work through 14.1 years of carbon. So probably what we do soon on Demos is we might basically turn Demos into a research lab. and take the people from Deimos and drop them on Mars. When the silicon runs out, we'll pack everything up and pretty much ship everything out. Pack what we can up and ship out. I might even bring a Kronos around to help with the lifting. Here we want to accelerate silicon mining. So hopefully it runs out before the water does. And assuming I have the power for it. So I can do 5 more mines. We might need to do another water drop then. Yeah, I might need to do another water drop. Okay, 5 more mines. Before we used up all the surplus power. Okay. So probably want to bring a Kronos around for near term for achieving anything. The Kronos at Mercury is less useful at Mercury now that we have launch vehicles there. Let's have you transit to Mars system. Mercury orbit to Mars. And then Mercury, how much? We've got a good chunk of hydrogen has arrived. So I can do a heavy lift or 2. Yeah, I'm going to do a heavy lift. So, to Mars orbit. I would like you on 11 Hephaestus to ship... Oh, I suppose I don't even need 11 Hephaestus anymore, do I? I need 9 because of their increased cargo space. I need 9, yes. So, bring that to Mars. Ride the Tetratorn up to save on fuel. Yeah, delay until the optimal launch window. So we spend 1.5 tons of hydrogen, 1.5 kilotons of hydrogen, plus 7 for the flight. 7 kilotons of hydrogen to move our 27 kilotons of alloy to Mars. Okay, off you trot. Mars needs... what? We're talking 7 if it's in orbit, and... or 0.7 if it's in orbit, 0.6 if it's on the planet? Yeah. So 7 times 5 is 35. So 3.5 in that case. So it'd be 5 in orbit plus 1 on the ground. And it looks like either way I go about doing it, it's going to be about the same number. Yeah. Whether I put it on the ground or in orbit. So it's a total of 6 facilities. Got power on the ground. I've got metal on the ground. Do I go for another 2 on the ground? Does that mean I need another 4 in orbit? Yeah, let's go for that. And I suppose that actually says these rains are surplus. I can send these elsewhere. Let's send these to Earth for the moment. Using the orbital fuel. Why? I didn't drop all the fuel. Because it decided to use my orbital fuel. Okay, instead of the ground-based fuel for some reason. There was a whole point of why I put it on the ground. Okay. So I'm gonna need a launch vehicle. That's fine. Can work with that then. Now that I know that it's not in orbit, there's no fuel in orbit. So just click Mercury. We'll have the Pelican drag up enough fuel for you to, yeah, have the Pelican to do enough for you to get back to Earth. Here you go. the Mercury launches. Apparently different Mercury launch, though the Mercury to Earth. Okay. Again, building solar arrays at the moon, building the silicon mines on Phobos to try to get through the silicon a little bit faster. Although I think we worked out we aren't going to be able to get through, at least on the current water, so we're going to have to do another delivery of water. More hydrogen to Mercury. Oh, and I suppose now I have... Oh, I will have. Don't have them quite there. They're not there yet. They're almost there. When those rains arrive at Earth, I will have more ships with which to do more colonization. Okay, so Moon has started on expanding exotic alloy production. Earth now has 3 arrays with which to go do these colonization missions. So I need to find, or do the research colonization missions. So I need to find a new target. Ellipses. There's a limit on how many favorite locations you can have, isn't there? Yeah, there is. I've been trying to use this to track places where I've got stuff. That's uncomfortable, but we're not gonna run out any time. Okay, well we'll do it the hard way. Didn't want to do it the hard way, but we'll do it the hard way. Planning a mission. Mission planning. Earth to ellipses. Ride in the rain. Add a construction module, yes. And a crew compartment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And mining module, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add double hab, radioisotope generator, and a probe. So I need to remember that these end in 6. Get the radioisotope generator or the construction module, it'll end in 1, which is not what we want. And then I need to buy resources on Earth. For example, we're going to buy up some alloys. $100 alloys. We're going to buy up... Well, actually, I probably have the rares. Rares are probably here because of the auto miners. So buy the rares. Probably need electronics. Yeah, you need to buy some electronics. And I probably have the resources to make the glass, but we haven't made the glass. And then metal, 90 tons. And then supplies, 110. Ride the Tetratorn because it's ready. Optimal launch window. Remember to bring some fuel for the return trip. Okay, that'll work. And then I need to start building the next batch. Got 3 ready to go, so I can technically get 3 going if I build them fast enough. So construction module, construction equipment, mining, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got the crew. Mobile hab. Radioisotope generator, which is the most expensive part. And the probe. And then in theory, just rinse and repeat, do that again. So construction module. Mining modules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mobile hab. Radioisotope generator. Probe. Ellipsis is away. And my other two are ready to launch. We'll have to send one up on a Pelican to get the launch going, but shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so Earth. We just did ellipsis. Do I have TRs yet? Do not have TRs yet. So you are the next target. We're using rain for our cargo. Construction module. Crew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mining module. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mobile hab. Radioisotope generator. Probe. So those are the modules. Ends in a 6. It's the right set of modules. Earth. I need to buy alloys again, because what we were building technically cost alloys, so I went through all the alloys. And I'm going to have to buy... Well, I don't have to buy the rares. I only want 10 tons of that. I have to buy glass. And electronics. And then metal. The auto miners have mined enough metal. And supplies. And we should be good to go. We'll write up the Magpie because it's ready to go. Optimal launch window, which is in the next launch window, but that's fine. We're going to sit on the Magpie here. Okay. I just set that one without enough fuel for the return trip. There's enough fuel to get there. I might have the one at Agraria move to Tiarzia with fuel. And they'll have to slow boat back in. Okay. Earth to Varsonavim. Rain. Add module, construction module. Add module. Crew compartment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add module mining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add module mobile hab. And radioisotope generator. And probe. Add resources. Alloy. 100. Add resource electronics. 10. Rares. 10. Glass. 10. Metal. 90. Supplies. 110. Ride on the Pelican. Optimal launch window. Remember to bring some fuel along for the return trip. Here we go. Oh, that's not where I think we're going. There's ellipsis. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to probably have this one go grab some hydrogen to refuel the one that isn't gonna have enough otherwise. Titan orbit arrived at Mars, so more nitrogen has arrived. So 16K minus 160 would be 14400. Yeah. And that would be 20 batches of 200. So I want 18 batches of. Okay, I can do that math. Well, I just did that math on the calculator. So. Okay, more gas is being released. Oh, that reminds me. We got 15 terrains at Mars that are, I think, supposed to be at Titan. Oh, no, no, no. We've had something else arrive at Mars. We've had the alloys arrive at Mars. So give me my orbital mirror. Or Mendoza generator, not the mirror. Although maybe do want to build, well, they ship the mirror stuff to Venus. Not arrived yet. Hasn't been arrived. Time to point you not at Mars. Well, not at Venus, at Mars. To Mars. So right now, Mars is negative 63 degrees. We're going to point one mirror at it and see what that does to the temperature. It's not going to be instant. But yeah, so 10 of you. Was it? No, it's 9 of you. 9 of you back to Mercury. Mars to Mercury. Flying empty. Off you go. Then the 5 of you, I'm actually going to send you to Jupiter to haul noble gas, or to haul the helium to the moon. Add them hauling nitrogen, but I don't need them there for nitrogen anymore. There you go. Yeah, much better. It was negative 35. So it's now classed as green because it's sometimes at a livable temperature for humans with some extra clothing. Presumably that makes the food go farther. Yep, food goes a lot farther. And then what do we need for another solar mirror? Polymer. Glass alloys. That's a lot of glass, which I don't have. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do more glass refining. Yeah, I'm gonna do more glass refining. It probably wants to be at the moon. Well, either wants to be at the moon or wants to be at Mercury. But at the moment, Mercury's like launch loads are being used to transit alloys outward. Okay. Ongoing missions. Let's track the ongoing missions. One of my ongoing missions is done already? Yeah, one of them got to where they're going, which isn't a good thing because I'm not able to track it that easily. Terzia already arrived? No? Has Terzia left? Terzia hasn't left. Okay, that's why I'm not able to track it. That's why it's not there to be ongoing, because it hasn't left yet. Okay, let's let some time pass. Okay, we are able to make food here fast enough, even if the mines are pretty terrible. Expanding exotic alloy production on the moon. Mars to Mercury orbit is done. You need to do another rare metal mine run down to the moon. Which, somewhat annoyingly, is going to become more and more metal every transit going forward, I think. And then Mercury, I suppose, because I didn't leave any, it took the hydrogen orbit. Although actually more hydrogen has been delivered to orbit, so that's less of a problem. That means I can do another transit to Mars with alloys in tow. Yeah, I can do another transit to Mars with alloys in tow. So we've got 2 on the planet being built, 1 in orbit. I need a total of 6 to be done. And then we'll probably move on to the moon with the shipping of alloys. Start setting more up around the moon. Get the moon's radiation down. Mercury is going to handle itself with metal, because we got a lot of metal on Mercury. Okay, so these alloys are going to Mars, orbit, from Mercury. Territorian's going to take you to orbit. Minimum fuel burn, go. Oh, I see what's happening. It's taking the orbital hydrogen for the burn, but it's using the ground stuff for the launch. I assumed it would use all of the ground stuff and not the orbital stuff, but it's not what it's doing. Okay, so you've arrived, so things to build. You need to build outpost. Hydroponics. Research lab. And then the Arraign is going to go back to Earth. Probably going to end up doing a hydrogen run. Or would it be faster up to Saturn? Where is Saturn right now relative to Ellipsis? Ellipsis is there. No, Ellipsis right now is traveling faster than Arraign, so it would have to do a whole orbit, so it's going to just be faster to drop to Earth. Okay. And then we can get back up to orbit with some fuel. Okay. Kepler, more Kepler satellites. Okay. Kepler system. Hydroponic farm done. Mercury to Mars. So the second one has arrived. Go ahead and get another orbital manosphere generator going. Those are actually going to be huge sequentially, so we're tied up for a while on building because the alloys have been held back due to lack of fuel. So now that we got the fuel, the bottleneck is the construction, the orbital construction. Mars orbit to Mercury. Ooh, ooh. Do I want to stop by Venus on the way? I could bring the stuff for the mirror. Well, I can't bring the stuff for the mirror. I don't have enough glass. Physically, do not have enough glass in the entire solar system. Yeah, physically do not have enough glass in the entire solar system. We bring everything except for the glass. But the glass is the big heavy thing that I need to bring a lot of. Okay. No, straight back to Mercury. Mars orbit to Mercury. Get the 9 ships back. Ready for the next load. For when we think we have enough fuel. Again, Mars needs 6. So that's 2 in orbit, 2 on the ground. If I bring 2 more in, we'd be at 6, and we'd stop going to Mars and start going to the moon instead. Helium-3 mining has been improved. The only place I think that affects... That might technically affect the... No, the only place that probably affects is the moon. Although apparently it's not even affecting the moon. I've got such low yield on the moon, it doesn't amount to anything yet. 81 years there. Could probably go with a little bit more fissile production. Let's get, let's triple the fissile mine. Then we have power, and we got plenty of power because I churned out 10 mines. Water is good for 200 years. Carbon's good for 73. Cruise more than the habitation, which is a problem, but... Or, well, it'll be a problem if we run out of food. It'll be a problem if we run out of food. You're good for 27 years, so at some point I'll have to bring some more renewables in. Try to decide if I do... Yeah, I'll probably do more helium. Let's increase the helium production to 10 times what it is currently, so... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think that's enough build for the moment. Okay, return trip has completed. Tiarzia, we realized, is not going to have enough fuel. Let's get you running to Tiarzia. Earth to Tiarzia, actually Earth orbit, because fuel should be in orbit. And hydrogen. I want there to be 200 hydrogen on arrival. So we're gonna put 2 into the cargo tank, so I can't actually min too much fuel. And this is actually kind of a I want you there sooner issue. So 200 for faster, and then I'll put another 400 in the tank because that should be enough. Or even if I didn't put it in the cargo hold for a return trip. to some sort of usable object from there. There we go. Early rains are back. Looks like I could use more rares on Mars. So go back to Letitia, grab some rares. To go for Mars. Are you paused because Venus is out of fuel? That would make sense. You know, let's just cancel you for the moment. And then either Mars or Mercury or Venus will have a rain. Yeah, so Venus isn't a rain, so I need to bring more fuel to Venus at some point. So I can continue shipping the CO2 to Mercury. But at the moment, we got enough in Mercury orbit. And just deorbit it. TRZI has arrived. So you're stuck there until the second one arrives. But in the meantime, we can at least build up the other components. Outpost. Check. Farm. Check. Research laboratory. Check. Tisha arrival has occurred. These rains can return to Earth orbit. Okay, so I've got enough modules for another 5 of those. Do I even have enough, or do I have even 5 more targets, I suppose the next question, because we've gone, it's the middle belt, outer belt, we got Themis, which we haven't hit, Cool, Idea, Demotion. Yeah, so we at least got 5 more places we could go to, so I'm thinking it makes sense to do 5 more. We're still making money, yep. So let's get those under construction. So 5 more. Start off with the crew and construction modules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to want to do mining modules. Of which, if I'm doing 5 more loads of colonies like that, is going to be 25. So 1, 2, 3. Does this enter on, or does enter work here? No. No hotkey. Shame. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. Got the construction modules in, got the mining modules in, and then we're looking at mobile habs. It's going to be 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Radioisotope generators, and these are going to be expensive ones. 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 5 probes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. The rains are back. I got a decent amount of fuel on Mercury. Don't have much in orbit. It'll hopefully use the grounded stuff for the transit. Yeah, use some of the stuff on the ground, and we had enough on the ground, so it's not a problem. Outpost construction in Terzia. Okay. Okay, the ground-based radiation is done. So we're down to another 5. So we got 2 queued up in orbit. Got a third on its way in. Hydroponics farm done at Terzia. Okay. Research lab's done. My probes are done. So we're ready for launch as soon as stuff arrives. Mercury orbit to Mars is done. So we can get the third of these going. Third in the queue. So if I can get 2 more in the queue, we're done. It'll take however long it takes to build, but we'll be done bringing the magnetosphere generators up here. Then I got to sort the temperature. You say it's about 3 degrees in orbit, which is a nice gentle control, but I'd like a little bit more oomph. So yeah, probably need another Venus mirror to get us at least within a couple degrees of 0. We need to get it over 0 so we can get the water to melt. That reminds me, do I have... No, they're not there yet. It is a long trip out there. Don't get me wrong. Oh, and 9 of these guys need to get back up to Mercury. Oh, we had one renade, so temperature going. Okay. So yeah, waiting for ships to get back to have outward bound for those 5 missions. Mars orbit to Mercury. Okay, so we need another batch to Mars. So I have enough if it's all on the ground or all in orbit. So I need to drop it from orbit so I have it on the ground so we can launch it from the ground. Or I need to launch it all to orbit. Okay. I can make this work. That's Mars. That's the wrong buddy, please. Can you take me to Mercury, please? Thank you. Okay, so when we have enough in orbit, which is a little over 7K, we can do the next trip, followed by the next trip once we're over 7K again. And we'll have it all delivered to Mars and have it all queued up so it'll slowly build out at Mars. I suppose the next thing is, do I want to build more glass production on Mercury? I'm currently making quite a bit. Although, am I mining? No, I'm definitely not mining based on the smaller amount. And that's still 98 years at the current rate, so yeah, we can definitely assume that that's going to be there. Okay, for a while. I think we do more glass. We've got people to work. We're feeding them sufficiently. So yeah, more glass. Oh, and we've extracted the water from Mercury, so we can get rid of these guys. There wasn't much here to start, but we've already mined it out. And the metal mine will last practically forever. It might not be mining as fast as we want, but it'll last as long as it needs to. Oh, most of my silicon's going into electronics. That's why the math's not mathing there. No, most of it's going to carbon. Some is going to electronics. 1.2. And another 50 glass kilns. That'd be another 5 tons consumed today, but that gives 5 tons of glass. Good. Then the next question is, do I have enough people for that? 7 people times 50 facilities is 350 workers. I have 300 workers. So I can't be quite that aggressive. I can do 40, though. We'll do 40. Oh, and we did whatever that is, because that's what I've got alloy-wise. Fine. Okay, so that's TRZI thriving, so we can start planning more outbounds. Hopefully actually, what I'll do for the future outbounds is I'll make sure they carry 100 tons of hydrogen in the cargo bay, so they always have enough to get back. Mission planning. And not Mercury, we're going Earth today. Earth outbound. Earth to... Did you already... Themis? Haven't done Themis. Themis is being done. One rain. And yeah, construction module. Crew module. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and a 6, and that's reminding me I need to get more people, but we'll do that in a moment. Honey module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a module. We'll have video isotope generator, probe. It's the right ending, and I'm gonna have to pop into Earth because we're gonna have to buy some stuff. So this is the perfect time to acquire more crew. $100 alloys, 10 rares. We'll load up 100 tons of hydrogen. That's maybe not the best place in the queue to do the 100 tons of hydrogen. Glass, 10 tons. I have to acquire more electronics. Metal, 90 tons. Supplies, 110 tons. Assuming Earth actually has, yeah, Earth has plenty. Okay, should work. Ride the Tetratorn. Optimal transit window. Okay, next terrain. Not from Themis, from Earth. Earth to Freya. Terrain. Add a construction module. Yep. Crew module. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add mining modules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add mobile hab. Radio isotope generator. Probe. Add resources. Alloys. 100. Cool. Forget hydrogen. 100 things of hydrogen. Add resources. Electronics. 10. Glass. 10. And rares. 10. And metal. And supplies. Ride the magpie up. That would be the minimum. We'll go like 100 more than the minimum. Off you trot. I'm gonna let some time pass. Earth sells electronics. Okay. New sell order for electronics. Cybernetics is done. Okay, so now Mercury has even more capacity for crew usage, but we ran out of alloys actually before we get to the queue. Ouch. Glass kilns being completed slowly on Mercury. Mars orbit arrived at Jupiter. So that is my helium retrieval team to bring to the moon. That's not the moon. Although, take extra hydrogen along, that'll be fine. Okay. So, most of the helium en route to the moon. Is the moon able to build another asteroid engine? Perchance. No, I'm short. Almost. Almost. Short a little bit of alloy, short polymer. It'll make the polymer itself in a little while. It's mostly short the alloy. Letitia. Bring those rare metals to the moon. Or to Mars. Bring all the rare metals that a single array can bring. Oh, Letitia is going to need another water supply run at some point. We're going through the water. We'll be through the water in 3.3 years. The supplies won't run out at that point, so it's not the end of the world. That's actually more of an argument to disassemble the electrolysis unit, I suppose. That's the main consumer of water besides the hydroponic farm. And it's getting its own, getting hydrogen delivered to it. Yeah. Sure. Also drag this metal back, not to completely waste the trip. No, go there. So that'll arrive June 5th. Optimal arrives October 1st. But it saves you like a year in transit. Okay. Save yourself the year in transit. And sort of sit around for the moment. Okay. To save water, we're disassembling the electrolysis plant here. We do have hydrogen being delivered here at this point. So that'll buy us a little longer on the water. It's going to take a while for that to update. And then you are moonbound. You'll be taking metal, because the moon still does need metal. Even if it's not getting rares anymore. Or at least not on this trip. Here we go. That doubled the length of the water last. And if anything, that means it's time to redouble our efforts mining either the metal or the rares. Probably the rares. Redouble the efforts, mine the rares. Don't actually. Oh, we have one rare metal mine running, and I have the crew capacity to operate a few of those mines. So let's get some of those mines going. Yeah, 3 each. So I should be able to work 4 more mines. Let's get 4 more then. Basically increase the rate that we're getting those rare metals in. Freya, Themis. One of my outbounds has arrived somewhere. I have... Oh, no, you've arrived. Okay, so you've arrived. We haven't queued up the construction, so outpost, hydroponics farm, research laboratory. Back to Earth. Yeah, 2 more I think we hit the last sort of particularly helpful tech, which is the advanced payload fairing. Because this is the max payload on our launch vehicles. Earth arrived at Freya. Honestly, that arrived faster than I was expecting, but that's fine. Outpost, hydroponics farm, research laboratory. You get back to Earth. Mars orbit to Titan. This is another nitrogen trip to Mars. I may need to do another lift from Titan. Yeah, I think it's another lift from Titan time for nitrogen. Okay, so we're going to set up a cyclical mission. Titan orbit to Titan. Nope. Why are you not letting me use the... Didn't I leave it in orbit? Where's my Kronos? Is it Saturn? Might have put it at Saturn. Or is it the one involved in the cyclical mission? Oh, it's already there. It was just paused. Because that was probably the one complaining about the lack of hydrogen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was complaining about the lack of hydrogen. So now the hydrogen's there, it's able to do the shipping. Fair enough. Letitia to Luna has completed. Okay, back to Letitia, please. Earth to Themis. So, standard build procedure. Outpost. Hydroponics farm. Research lab. Back to Earth. And then the moon. I think the moon is still waiting for stuff to build that engine, right? We are short the alloys. Although the alloys could be delivered from someplace else. And then you've got the hydrogen for the trip. The next batch of you can ship. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of gravity assist to get back to Mercury, which is not terrible. Why are you not building? Got an orbital construction facility you should be building. Or did we just finish one? I've run out of resources. Oh, that was the... We've run out of resources. Fair enough. Yeah, Mars orbit. Orbital construction should be building you. Enabled facility. Can't turn off facility or module is in use. That makes sense. Why aren't you building? Might need to do a save and load. Given that I'm describing that I might need to do a save and load, we're at the point in the stream where I should do a tea break. So if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. I'm going to save and I'm going to reload from the save here to see if I can unbug this. This doesn't seem to be building. This should be being built. So I'll do a save and load and see if that fixes it. Obviously, we need, what, the total of 5 modules built. We got the 4th one inbound. We've got the 5th one in orbit of Mercury, so it's just a process of shipping it again. And then we've got the radiation dealt with on Mars. Shipments after that will have to go to Luna, or, well, be from Mercury itself. Which at that point, that's just orbiting it. That's not that hard to do. And even Mercury's radiation is coming along. Mercury's radiation is one ground one away from halfway to 0. Which is, in theory, doing a good job of reducing the habitability constraints here, making the food go farther. Making that food go farther. I say that as the food consumption roughly equals production, so population is growing. Population, I think, is also bigger than housing for... Apparently... No, actually, here we have more housing than we have people, so not a problem. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. I'm going to do a quick save and load while I'm making a cup of tea. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break here to go make a cup of tea. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.